So Twitter has suspended Kanye West's account again just a few months after it was reinstated. Now, this comes after Elon Musk says West violated the platform's rules. West posting on his account an image of a swastika intertwined with the Star of David.
Welcome in our panel. Attorney and Republican strategist Erin Elmore is here with us. So is conservative columnist Matthew Foldy and Daily Caller reporter Brianna Lyman. Great to have all three of you with us. We could not pretend like this didn't happen. We were choosing not to play any of the clips. I mean, they're all out there on the internet. I'm sure you guys have all seen them. But the reason why we wanted to talk about this is because in so many cases where there actually has been physical violence, when you do the kind of postmortem on what happened, there is always signs, red flags, warnings. You can think about the Parkland shooter. Police interacted with this person several times. And I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I don't think you have to be, Erin, though, to know that Kanye West has some serious mental health issues, and anyone who promotes him or has him on their show is enabling this. And this man clearly needs help. I'm concerned about him, his safety. I'm concerned about kids and his kids, and really just where this leads. No one should have this much of a voice without someone telling them to be quiet. Erin, go ahead.
Well, this is deeply troubling as a Jewish person, and I've been reading a lot of comments, and this is sort of mainstreamed anti-Semitism, if you will. But I think that Kanye West is anti-Semitic garbage. I also don't believe in hate speech, and I don't believe in censorship. I believe in condemnation, and that's what I've been doing, is condemning him. So I do believe, if we're going to say we don't believe in censorship, Kanye West should be allowed to be on Twitter, but he should be publicly condemned. I'm fine with him being dropped by his brands and by banks. The speech we should protect is the speech that offends us the most. And we do live in the United States of America. And as conservatives, we've often said, we're being censored, we're being silenced. Nobody should be censored or silenced, but the court of public opinion will weigh in, and hopefully weigh in heavily on Kanye West.
Yeah. I want to agree with you, and I'm not in favor of censorship either. I just wonder, when it comes to legal liability, when you have a loose cannon like Kanye West firing off tweets, is Elon Musk, are his lawyers saying, look, dude, you gotta kick this guy off? I don't know. What do you think?
Give this too much air, but we couldn't ignore it and pretend this didn't happen, because there is so much reaction to the horrific things that were uttered yesterday.
Yeah, and I think Erin actually said it perfectly in the beginning, that she has to protect free speech that she doesn't agree with. And this is the sentiment that even the courts agree with. In 2017, the Supreme Court at Mattel versus Tam, they said there is no hate exception to the First Amendment, right?
Potter Stewart said, the old Supreme Court justice, as it relates to, pornography or whatever. I know it when I see it. That's what he said. You can't really define it. But this is one of those situations where, again, Erin, I'm like you. I am reluctant to ever silence anyone or censor anyone. But this is so far beyond the pale. I think Elon Musk had no choice. And when it comes to these social media platforms, I mean, there is a limit, because he could still be held legally responsible, I guess, to free speech.
Aren't they exempt under Section 230?
That's a great question, Erin. If they ever enforce Section 230, maybe we'd know. But that's one of the reasons why Congress has to talk about it. Differentiation between a platform and a publisher. But who knows? Because once they start this is what we talked about so many times before. But once they start parsing out what can and cannot go up there, they are definitely publishers. Which would violate Section 230. It's a whole other discussion, but it's why they've got to address this issue. There's a lot of concerns here. Great conversation. This was a serious and thought-provoking one, but we're going to have some fun when we come back with Erin, Matthew, and Brianna. We got worst takes of the week and meme team still ahead here today on John Bachman Now. Thank you all for being with us. And I wanted to talk about this because we didn't plan on this. Just so happens all of our guests today were Jewish or are Jewish.
Yes.
And I wanted to get their insights on what Kanye said as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. Still the moment we've all been waiting for all week long. It's meme team time. This week's team features Erin Elmore, Matthew Foley, Brianna Lyman, Bianca, of course. She'll have her submission. Everyone will get to submit in a second. But first, all right, we head to China. Have you seen this video of these new massive quarantine camps? The scary dudes in white suits surrounding people up by the hundreds, sometimes thousands, sending them to these concrete boxes until who knows when. They are all right, time for this week's selections. Hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, as is customary, we go with Erin first. What do you got for us, Erin?
I think this is the first time I Live for Bravo might be featured on the meme team. I, too, live for Bravo, although The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is unwatchable this season, and I'm struggling with that. But hey, nonetheless, a new participant in the meme team. Beverly Hills Housewives are crushing it. Okay, so it's the triple Spider-Man there. So Balenciaga sued their art director / photographer for this fiasco with kiddie porn, basically, and child bondage, and they're just pointing the finger at someone else. And this was really going to backfire from a legal perspective, because if it goes as far as discovery, all of the emails are going to come out. We're going to see who authorized what, who chose those documents, who chose the wine glasses, who chose the bondage gear. So it's sort of that we're in the finger pointing stage now, but grab your tea. This is going to get juicy.
This is officially known as the Spider-Man Mexican standoff meme. Very useful in many applications, including this one. Great job, Erin. Brianna, what do you got for us?
Well, listen, I'm not usually a big soccer fan, but this week I was, along with many other Americans here. But my meme is a picture of this guy looking down on heaven and says, Soleimani watching, Iran lose to the U.S. again. And I think this is a great win. If you
Thanks for playing Meme Team with us. We'll do it again next week. Thanks,
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Happy Friday.
All right.